everybody, welcome back to Plow and Pantry. Today I am showing you how I go about making my fall salads, which does not sound complicated, I know, but I really like to eat in season whenever possible, and so I use a lot of seasonal ingredients in my salads. Plus, it's that time of year right now where it's still warm, so I want salad. A lot of times in winter I get my veggie intake through soups. But I actually tend to rely a lot on leftovers for my salads. So I have a combination of shredded iceberg lettuce, it keeps longer in a glass jar, and some dark greens. This is a spinach and arugula organic mix. And then I have already reheated some leftover roast beef from our dinner last night, and some leftover, these were curry lime sweet potatoes. And you don't have to reheat your leftovers, but I like that kind of cold, warm contrast. And I'm just looking in here to see what else I can find. I almost always put pickled onions in my salads. I just love them. They're easy and quick to make, and I just, like, one jar will last me quite a while, because you don't use a ton. I will link that recipe, it's not mine, but the one that I use, I will link below. I have both regular potatoes and sweet potatoes. I went with the sweet potatoes today. Let's see, I want some cheese. I think I have some Gouda in here. I do, I have some shredded Gouda cheese. We'll use that. And I think that, oh, you know what, I need a salad dressing. Okay, this is my favorite. I crave it in the fall. It's my maple walnut vinaigrette. That is like blitzed up, it's in my cookbook. Blitzed up maple syrup with apple cider vinegar, walnuts, and seasonings. Okay, so what I do is I make a bed here. I call it my base layer. And I like to combine, I like the crisp wateriness of iceberg lettuce, so I always use that, but I like to combine it with darker things, both for flavor and nutrition, because the darker leaves have more vitamins. And I also don't like my salads torn. I like them chopped up nicely, thank you. And this, the way I'm making this today, is kind of more like a mix and match type thing than a do this recipe. So like whatever dark greens I have on hand, which is usually whichever one's on sale in the store that looks good, looks like it's gonna last the longest in my fridge, they go down here. I like to do these in the shallow bowls just because it's pretty. Okay, so I have that. Now you could use something else. You could use kale, that's in season for fall. You could use like a wild rice blend if you want. If you feel like you want something a little more hearty or that might last longer, stick to your ribs. And so from there I go to protein, which I would encourage you to use your leftovers. I sometimes will use like a chopped up lunch meat. Today I'm using the roast beef because that's what I have on hand. This was like a maple balsamic, so it goes with the fall salad thing anyways. Making a nice little triangle there. You could use any meat you have on hand. I always have chicken on hand, so I will use that oftentimes. Hard-boiled egg, that kind of stuff. I'm going to use some shredded Gouda. Gouda is a great cheese to go with fall flavors. It just blends really well. Havarti is another good one. Cheddar is always good. There are actually also some fall cheeses I've seen lately, like a pumpkin spice cheddar and a cranberry Gouda. It sounds really good. I'm gonna have to try those soon. And so you have your base, your protein, your cheese, and then I like to add something for crunch. And I have a funny story today. So this is gonna be, these are maple pecans that I made. And I made them because I was at Costco like 2 weeks ago, and they had a salad kit for fall that looked so delicious. And I don't really buy salad kits, like the whole flavored salads, but this one looked good. You know, at Costco you can get a bigger bag for less. And so it was supposed to have these cinnamon apple chips, and I was like, oh, I could do that with my freeze-dried apples, stuff like that, you know. Speaking of apples, I will get some. It was supposed to have, it had this creamy shallot, or no, sweet onion vinaigrette type thing. and it was supposed to have candied pecans and dried cherries. So when I got it out, let me wash this. When I got my salad out, I was so disappointed. The toppings, like the apple chips and the cherries, there was like a tablespoon of each one for this bigger salad. And I got completely gypped. I had no candied pecans in there at all. I also didn't love that onion dressing. I thought I would because I like onions, but it was a little, not sweet, not oniony, but very vinegary in my opinion. So that salad sounded so good to me, and I was like, I'm gonna remake it the right way because that one was disappointing, which was surprising. So I'm gonna add for the, I have pecans for crunch, inspired by the Costco salad. I'm gonna add a little chopped apple for some more crunch. You could use, I normally just use regular pecans, not candied ones, just so you know. I do like to alternate colors, like not put things next to each other that are the same color. So I've got some apple. I also have used walnuts, I've used sunflower seeds. There's a lot you could do here. And then I like to do some little extras like a dried fruit, or like a dried cherry is actually good. Dried cranberries are great in fall. I like the pickled onions over here. You don't have to do a lot. Kalamata olives are great. This is another place to use leftovers. Any place that you have a leftover fall side dish, especially a roasted vegetable, it actually goes well in a salad. Sweet potato, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, any of those things. You could also add some other seasonal things. I'm adding my sweet potato here. Other seasonal things like pomegranate seeds, that kind of stuff. In fact, I made you, and I will post this on my blog and link it below, I made you a little mix and match chart for fall salads. So it has like your base layer, your protein, your cheese, your crunch, your extras, and your dressing suggestions, and you can just use that to guide you with what you have on hand. This is my maple walnut vinaigrette. I love this stuff. I really should make it by the gallon so it lasts me longer. I'm just gonna drizzle it over the top. And then in just a few minutes, you have a seasonal, delicious salad bowl. I hope you give this a try and love it. And don't forget to go to my blog and get that printable so that you can mix and match and just get your ideas going of what you can put in your salad. Sometimes you just need something to get the mental vibes going.